see a pretty close matchup between these two.
All right, well, we're going to go through a quick beginner tutorial here for those of you who have never seen this game played before. Tooth and Tail is a game where commanders start out with a grist mill each. Around this grist mill, they can build 8 farms, just like this. These farms will produce 1 food per second, and that food can be used to purchase warrens. And these warrens will build units automatically for you as long as you have the food. And those units are what you're going to be using throughout the game to fight your opponent. The match or game is over when you destroy your opponent's last windmill. There's obviously a lot of strategy, different units you can take into battle, but that's the basics of how this game is played. So I believe we are just about ready to jump into our first match here. Of course, Deadbones versus BagelDenizen. So we're going to jump into this lobby right about now. Alright, here we go. We're going to have BagelDenizen as Hopper, the red, and Deadbones, of course, as the quartermaster in green. We're just going to wait for these players to ready up. Of course, we have our poll as always. Go ahead and vote for who you think is going to win this particular match. We have red and green, so you can type ! Vote red or ! Vote green to vote. Alright, Hunter, what are we seeing for these decks here? I see Deadbones has pulled out his artillery, as he likes to do. Do you think we'll see that this game?
He was really liking the artillery in the qualifiers, wasn't he? He was using it quite a lot. Like, not just taking it in his deck, but actually fielding it as well. So it'll be interesting to see that, I think. So here we go, going into game 1 of BagelDenizen versus Deadbones. We have BagelDenizen to the east side of the map, in the red. Deadbones to the west, in the green. So yeah, Deadbones has gone for those artillery cannons, gone for foxes. Foxes have proved very popular thus far in the tournament, as have wolves, which is what Bagel has gone for. Both players going for squirrel pigeons, also very popular, so both players going for somewhat of a standard build. Deadbones is the only player who's really gone for those artillery, but he's made good use of them. So looking at this map, Bagel definitely has a better starting position with that nice little windmill he has right there. But Deadbones has got quite a good defensive position with just a few entrances up on the high ground. So it could be fairly interesting. What do you think then, Captain?
Yeah, I really like this road that goes through the middle of the map. That doesn't always happen. It used to happen all the time, but the game has been changed slightly so that the road is a little bit more random. But right now we're going to have a highway that goes between both players' bases, so unit movement is a little bit faster on that road, which means we're going to see a lot of very fast and furious fights, especially since all the expansions are in that middle there. So very fast reinforcements, a lot of clashing in this game here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on that commander visibility so you can see what each commander is seeing as they see it on their screen.
Both players are going for 7 farm warren into 8 farms and then into a second warren. Both players are going for those double squirrel warrens, so very standard stuff. No one pulling out any cheese for this first game. We haven't seen too much cheese this tournament. The standard builds are pretty strong right now, but we have seen a little bit, so you never know what someone's going to pull out.
BagelDenizen pulling out a warren of pigeons. Pigeons, of course, healing your units as they walk along, and also throwing down lizards. That's an interesting choice there. You don't often see lizards and squirrels for players' builds. I know last tournament in July Joust we saw Xenoma Coop, Navy Ultima, use squirrels and lizards together very effectively, the squirrels kind of swooping around from the side with their speed. But because the lizards move a little bit faster than the squirrels, some players might shy away from using both of them in the same deck. Just because it's, your lizards tend to run out in front and get killed off, while your squirrels are trying to catch up from behind. But we'll see how this goes in. BagelDenizen throwing down a warren of ferrets now, jumping straight into it, just on one base here.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm actually interested to see how these squirrel lizards go, because I haven't seen them happen too often. And he's immediately gone for those ferrets, so he's going for a very varied army to start off with. While Deadbones is just relying on the squirrel power to get him through here, but he has got that second expansion already. He's got that nice one across that little stream. He's put 2 farms onto it so far, and Bagel's not put any onto any sort of expansion at all. Instead, he's coming in for some sort of an attack right now.
All right, we'll see if that sniper balloon gets up in time. Of course, it's not going to do too much against all these tier 1s. It does a lot of damage, so using a sniper balloon on tier 1s isn't as effective as it could be against, say, tier 2s. But BagelDenizen has superior positioning on this hill here. That sniper balloon will give vision, so it may not matter as much. And both players have pigeons anyway, but here he comes in for the first attack, taking a lot of damage from that sniper balloon in the first shot on his commander. If that commander dies, he's only dead for 7 seconds because to walk all the way back to his army. So he loses army control for a little bit, but deciding maybe to back off just a little bit. He knows that sniper balloon is there now. He's going to have to figure out some way to deal with it, whether it's building more squirrels or... that's pretty much all he can do at the moment.
Yeah, so right now he's decided to pull out... What is that? He's building a wolf. That could be interesting. He's already got 12 squirrels and he's got 3 lizards, so a wolf could be interesting. It's not going to be up for ages though, and this could put him a little bit behind, especially as Deadbones going up to a lot of farms.
Yeah, 14.
So if he can get it before those farms actually pay off, that could be a big deal.
Yeah, we'll see. Deadbones getting his own ferrets out, filling out his expansion in its entirety. We'll see. Once BagelDenizen gets this wolf out, he might be able to push through that sniper balloon and through Deadbones' army. But Deadbones does have a lot of squirrels. Take a look at this army value graph here. Both players are actually about even. BagelDenizen's been a little bit ahead, but that's because Deadbones has been building up his economy. You can see Deadbones has been ahead for a long time here, so in terms of long game, Deadbones is very much ahead. But we'll see if BagelDenizen can take advantage of the fact that he has a slightly higher army value, but Deadbones is going to catch up quick if he doesn't do anything.
I don't think that's going to be too easy. Deadbones is playing fairly... He's sold the sniper balloon just now. He's going for more squirrels, it looks like. That's an interesting decision. He's already built a fox warren, so that's going to be on the way. And he's just building loads and loads of squirrels here. He's going up to 36. It's only 5 minutes into the game.
He's thrown down his fox. Here comes BagelDenizen's army. Looks like the ferrets are going to trade some shots. BagelDenizen is going to try and position himself on that hill for superior positioning. Backing off, not quite the right time, he says. Now his wolf's out. Very smart play.
Though.
Yeah.
Yep, he's got the wolf. He needs to attack right now while he has the advantage. This is an amazing time. The army value is fairly even, but with that wolf... There we go, the wolf buff goes off.
Wolf buff goes down. The pigeons get caught out in front, so they're going to serve as meat shields. Taking down, they probably would have done more damage in the back, healing units. Lots of squirrels getting cut down here. Ferrets trading fire from the back. He's got to protect that wolf, and the wolf goes down. Wolf is down. BagelDenizen has lost, and Deadbones' own fox comes out. So now the fight swinging heavily in Deadbones' favor. BagelDenizen forced to retreat. That fox picking off his ferrets as they retreat there, and this doesn't look good for BagelDenizen.
No, certainly not. Losing that wolf is a massive deal. I think he could have pulled out there and just at least survived for a little bit, but Deadbones is just rampaging his base now. I don't think there's much chance of Bagel coming back in this game with this amount of units storming at him and this much reinforcements, even if he does manage to kill some.
There we go, he's lost his last farm, and here goes his last mill. Down it goes, Deadbones taking the win for Game 1.